I know, which is why we're given old things like Kane versus Roman Reigns.
That segue.
I pulled up freaking you, and it was amazing.
I am so impressed right now.
I know, right? Yeah, you know what? They know, though, how bad they suck. And which is why I can't even really dump on this too bad, because it was a brawl. This wasn't even a matchup.
Yeah.
They didn't drag it out. They fought. Roman Reigns ultimately gets the better of it. He spears Kane over the announce table. He poses on top of it. You're not going to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Don't even tell me that you can. You're not. It's not even a math thing. It's a Seth Rollins.
Did you just say he can't, John?
I did.
That's Roman Reigns' trigger word.
I know, right?
He can, and he will.
And we go from one Samoan to, well, the next.
Racist.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Because we have
Let me guess, Tamina?
Yeah, Brie Bella against Tamina, yes.
Oh my god. That was a horribly racist segue.
Hey, look, I'm just pointing it out,
What if
man.
it would have been black people?
I
You have said, and we go from one black performer.
Oh. I don't know, man.
You gotta think about this stuff, man. You can't just go around throwing around. We go from one we go from one Jew to another.
Oh my god. Oh, I miss Paul Heyman.
I do too, but I still though. Let's tone down the racial stuff.
Let's keep it PC for this PG program.
TwitWow isn't PG, just WWE.
Yeah, that's right.
TwitWow is a hard PG-13.
Yeah. We earn that PG-13 rating.
Rock hard.
Oh my god. We have Brie Bella versus Tamina in her first match back from her knee injury, which I heard was pretty serious. So it was good to see her. And
I know, she bumped it, dude.
Beg pardon?
She bumped it.
Oh, wow. But,
the worst kind of injury.
Yeah. But she looked good here, Matchup really wasn't anything that special. Honestly, and this just shows you how much of a mark I've become, I was disappointed when I saw that it wasn't Naomi competing, but I really should have connected the dots when it was, the lackey for the champion going against the lackey of the heel challenger. Yeah. But Tamina does get the win after the super kick, because Brie stupidly tried to go for one move twice. It's called scouting, Brie. Get on Tamina's level. And so, yeah, Tamina gets the win, and Naomi celebrates because she's going to dance all over Nikki Bella's face to that Divas Championship that's rightfully hers.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I can't say any more about it because Naomi wasn't as involved this week, so my fandom's been far more reserved. But I really don't want to make the transition because I'd rather talk about Tamina than talking about this segment that I'm not really too crazy about yet. We get Curtis Axel versus Damien Sandow, a.k.a. Macho Mandow.
You know what? It wasn't that bad. It was just, to me, the Macho Man music was like really, really bad false hope. And the crowd's reaction even reflected that because they popped so big for that music. And it died down so fast. And then they started booing. And, like, even when Damien Mizdow or Damien Sandow or whoever the hell you want to call him started trying to play up the crowd in the ring, like, yeah, guys, it's me. Come on. You guys like me, right? They were like, nah.
Yeah, the indifference, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Vince.
Yeah.
Like wait. In a bottle, gone. I said that the night it happened, too.
Yeah, and again, just to put it out there, Jay Lethal totally did it better, so good on you, Jay. Yeah.
Jay Lethal's pretty amazing, though, so that's not taking anything away from Sandow.
Oh, yeah, what an amazing TV champion he is. But that's ROH. I'm sure we'll have another day to talk about that.
Yeah, Friday night, we're doing live reactions, of course.
Oh, yeah, surprise! But yeah, Macho Mandow does try and go for the elbow at one point. I actually am glad he didn't get to make it, because then I go from thinking about Jay Lethal to thinking about CM Punk. And I'm like, oh, is that elbow going to be as good?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but you have a great point there. Holy crap.
Yeah, I was like, oh, get ready to cringe. But I didn't, because the Ascension came out. And unlike commentary, we actually appreciate the Ascension.
Frickin' commentary.
I freaking hate their faces, particularly you, JBL. That's who I'm really directing it at. Me and Booker are cool. Cole,
Booker has been like weirdly heelish lately, though.
I know, right? He's getting on his bicycle and just driving over everyone's face.
I think it's because he's such a big fan of New Day.
Yeah, even JBL was finally doing his damn job, and he's like, I could get behind New Day, Michael, all this positivity.
The world needs some positivity, Michael.
You freaking hypocrite. No wonder you got into politics. Anyway.
Wait, he didn't. He's not a
Well,
politician. He's a banker.
Well, he's been a political commentator, I should say. So
I thought he made his money in the freaking stock market.
he does so many things, dude. Don't even try and keep him. He even owned his own company at one point, Mama Juana Energy.
Oh my god, that name. That's such a JBL name. That literally sounds like something that JBL the character would have come up with.
It sounds like how you'd pronunciate Michael if you had JBL's voice, but with a mouthful of marbles at the same time.
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. See, but the Ascension comes out. Man, you really know that we don't want to talk about this anymore. We're talking about JBL pronouncing Michael in a weird way, and they say it's really something. You guys impersonate old relics to try and jumpstart your career. And I really thought that commentary was going to say something like, "Oh, that's pretty funny, Ascension. Have you looked at him?" Or just something like that. I'm like, "Don't you do it? Don't you do it?" And they didn't.
Yeah, don't ruin the inside joke.
Connor's like, welcome to the wasteland, and then they hit the ring, because you had to cut a promo before the beatdown. You had to let them see it coming. And
element of surprise, schmelement of surprise.
I'm actually impressed that you made that work. I shouldn't be, because it's you, but I am. Macho Mandow. I'm not going to make it to the end of the show. I can tell already. The Macho Mandow, he keeps the Ascension at bay. He points to Curtis Axel. I'm strongly preferring Curtis Axel when I'm seeing him hulking up.
AKA Ashley Remington.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him in so long, though, and he never even...
He's Dalton Castle in ROH now.
I know. Screw Dalton Castle.
No. Dalton Castle is amazing, and you should not besmirch his name.
I love when you get all into it with the dude. No! I feel like a dog getting thwacked.
That's like how I am with Masuko on Dexter.
I feel like I'm a dog getting thwacked in the nose with a newspaper.
Basically, pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. But,
on the head.
Macho Man, that was going to go for a second time for the elbow, so I'm getting ready to get all anxious Aardvark up in here, but then Connor pulls Victor out and they make the retreat. I could talk about the pitiful state that the Ascension, to get any TV time, have to associate with these two. I could talk about how frustrating it is that Sandow's still doing all this, but I won't. Because to do that would imply that I actually care where any of this is going, and I just really could not drum up any feeling at all. But the really terrifying thing, I could see Axel and Sandow winning the tag team titles together as this faux Mega Powers team. I really could, and that's pretty scary to think about.
Yeah, I could see it as well, and I agree. It's pretty horrifying, but nonetheless, it's a thing.
The only thing more terrifying than that, at least for those who are very dear to him here, is, the state of Daniel Bryan's future, which we got a glimpse of in this next segment. He comes out, and, he has the Intercontinental Championship, big pop. Fans are all over him with the S-chants and everything. And he talks about how this crowd has treated him so much better than anybody in the back. And he's not a kind of sit on your hands, do nothing kind of guy. He wants to be where the action is. And, he says that's what makes this so hard, everything he's had to be dealing with. And he said, one of the most painful things was when Stephanie McMahon, the Authority, took away my WWE World Heavyweight Championship when they stripped me of that championship almost this time last year. And he said, even though it pains me to admit it, Stephanie was right. That gets a big boo from the crowd. He says, you guys deserve a fighting champion. You don't deserve championship, being with me sitting in doctors' offices. It deserves to be competed for, in the ring. And that's why I'm relinquishing the Intercontinental Championship, because I can't fight for it. I got an MRI. I don't know if I'm going to be out for weeks, months. Hell, there's even some speculation I may never wrestle again.
Kind of a scary thought.
Yeah, it's terrifying, that we could be seeing another Edge and Daniel Bryan, unfolding here. but he says I'm gonna leave the Intercontinental Championship in the ring because you guys deserve, champions like Ziggler. He actually mentioned Barrett, which I'm surprised he mentioned a heel, but then he closes with Dean Ambrose. You deserve a Dean Ambrose. I got a big pop. So again, Bryan, even though he's talking about something, with the utmost sincerity and stuff, still knows how to keep a crowd engaged and enthralled, and he leaves it there, and he does a yes chant at the top of the ramp, and we still really don't know anything. I mean, here's the thing, right? I've had my complaints of, thank God they didn't, think about putting Bryan in the ring with Lesnar or putting the world title on him. And indeed, I'm very thankful for that. I'd much rather be here with the Intercontinental Championship than be here with the world title. Because I feel like where we are with the world title, I'm having such a great time with it. And I know that time wouldn't be had if they went the Daniel Bryan direction. But focusing on Daniel Bryan, it's a scary place to be, with his future and everything. I want to know that he's going to be okay, but nobody really knows. I mean, a huge thank you Daniel chant broke out. And normally when you hear things like that, it carries with it almost a sense of finality, like this is the end.
Yeah.
I just want Daniel Bryan to be right again. Whether it's getting a second surgery, getting some kind of treatment, doing whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Go take care of yourself. We're going to wait for you, and we're still going to love you when you come back. I know in this industry, like, people are so worried about leaving it all because, that next hot up-and-comer. I mean, hell, we talked about Neville tonight. Neville is just growing rapidly and accelerating, and I don't know. Maybe if Bryan looks at that and, like, he says to himself, that guy could take my spot if he stays healthy. Or any of the guys down in NXT, but he's so over. I just feel like he's always going to have a place in the WWE, whether that's main event, upper mid card, wherever they're going to want him. So
Right.
I just want him to get right. And
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I feel like the number one priority needs to be his health. And I don't care if that means he never wrestles again. It would suck if that was the case. But at the end of the day, if he never wrestles again, but he gets to live to be 80, 90 years old, then it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen so many performers that, I mean, you and I both, love deeply as fans, either become severely injured or even worse. And I don't want that for him. I want to remember Daniel Bryan as the guy that was so passionate, put on clinics in that ring. I never want to see him in a wheelchair or anything like that. That's devastating. And you've got a wife now. They'll probably want to have kids and start a family. If you never wrestle again, it's okay. He's done such great stuff. And this isn't even me, again, trying to be a dick. I know, again, we'll take the pot shot sometimes at the Daniel Bryan fans because they seem so overzealous. They just want him in there, in there, in there. I just want him healthy. I don't care what he does after this. U.S. title, Intercontinental title, world title, commentary, whatever. Or if he just goes home, just get better. So, it was great to see him in one way. It was devastating to hear this news, completely antithetical to his Rumble entry promo because he faked out everybody. No fake out here. He's taken a step back, maybe for good. I mean, we do have to keep our minds open to that possibility. But whatever it is, Bryan's great. I do love him, and I just want the best for him. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a great way to kind of sum everything up, John.
absolutely. So with that,